Hello my friends, Dave Schramm here of schrammguitars.com, and today's video I would just want to talk about neck angle and how I think that's the first thing you need to know before you even build a guitar. Actually, it goes a little bit deeper than that. I'm going to talk about that. So what I feel the first thing you need to know when you build a guitar, you need to know what is the string action that you want at the 12th fret. Okay, when I measure my action, what I do is I press the string down. You can use a capo at the 1st fret, and then I measure the gap from the top of the fret to the bottom of the string. Now, the reason why I put the capo on there is if you use the open string, you're going to get inconsistent data because it all depends on the height of the action at the open string, the nut. So if you always do your measurements, your data by fretting at the 1st fret, you'll get a consistent action measurement. Okay, so once you know the action, then you have to know what is the saddle string height that you want. Now, the saddle string height is the distance from the soundboard to the bottom of the string at the location of the saddle. All right, so I'm going to describe how these two things are going to help you calculate your neck angle. And you've seen you may or may not have seen in my previous videos how I do this with some of the dummy fretboard and some other devices that I use. So I'm just going to draw this out for you. So I'm going to use some of my one of my specifications, and that is my action for the 1st string. I like to have at 110 thousandths of an inch. Okay, that's my spec for that. And then at the saddle string height, we'll call that SSH, saddle string height. I like that to be at 400 thousandths of an inch. Okay, that's probably around like between 10 and 12 millimeters. I'm not sure what it is in millimeters, but it's around that. You can figure it out. Okay, so this is what I'm shooting for when I'm calculating everything. Okay, so let's say that here is the body of the guitar. Here is your saddle string height. So this is going to be 400 thousandths right there. Okay, that's the height that we want right here. Bottom of the string to the top of the soundboard. The angle of our neck, okay, there's our neck. You've seen me use my dummy fretboard, which I put on here, that, sorry, it's not the best drawing, but this dummy fretboard is the thickness of my fingerboard plus the height of my frets. So my frets are around 55 thousandths, and then I think my fretboard, without looking it up, is maybe around 330 thousandths. So I think the total is like 355. It really doesn't matter. Whatever it is. It's not really going to affect this calculation. So I put my dummy fretboard on there. That's what this thing here is. This is my dummy fretboard. Okay, because the fretboard's not on there yet, and we're just going to assume the neck hasn't been set yet on the body. So what I'll do to calculate where the neck angle has to be, we're going to take this 110, we're going to times it by 2, so we got 220. We're going to subtract it from 400. Okay, so that's going to give us 180 thousandths of an inch. that is going to be our target down here. So when we put a straight edge on here, oops, sorry, that's not a very straight line. Let's just assume it's straight. So that straight edge right here, this gap is going to be 180 thousandths, which is close to about 3/16. So I'll use, generally I'll use about around a 3/16 dowel pin for that. Always measure it with a caliper to make sure it's correct. So when my straight edge is on the dummy fretboard and I tilt my neck, it's just gonna kiss the top of that 180 thousandths dowel. That's gonna set my neck angle. So once I get the neck at that angle, I set everything in. Now it depends whether I'm building in Spanish style or if I build the neck and the body separately. The way I build it is totally different, but this neck angle calculation is always going to be the same. When I do build in the Spanish style, what I'll do is I put the back on last. So what I'll do is I have a way of taking the back graft that goes down the middle. It's long the whole time, extra long. So when I set the neck angle, I mark it and then I trim it so that the heel hits the back graft and locks it in place, and then I glue the back on. So I get a perfect neck angle all the time. And by bending the neck, you're not going to make the sides flex so much that it's going to distort it. It's very minimal. You won't even notice it. You'll see that on future videos when I'll show you this. When I have a couple guitars I'm building in Spanish style, or actually some Hauser style guitars that you'll see. So that's how I calculate this neck angle. So this is really important so you're not shooting in the dark, because you could be anywhere from 8 to 12 millimeters or even higher. That's massive. And that's all going to affect the torque on the top. So you got to think about, okay, this is acting like a lever on the top. Okay, do you want more leverage? Do you want less? If you want a certain type of leverage, just recalculate your height here, and you can use all of this. Your desired action times it by 2, because of the geometry of all this. It's going to be whatever the action is. It's going to be twice here. Times it by 2, and subtract it from this number over here, your saddle string height. That'll help you to calculate this part here, this calculation of where your straight edge needs to be. So all of those are part of this is the first step in building a guitar. You got to know what this is. Also depends on the wood you're using and what the customer wants. What's the flexibility of that top? How are you going to brace it? All of this stuff is going to work together. So this is just kind of an overview of it. You know, if you have any questions, just put it in the comments below. Thanks for watching this. I hope this answers some of the questions, because some people on Facebook were asking me some questions, so I thought I'd make this YouTube video. And again, search in my previous videos. I don't know what I called them. It probably has something to do with neck angle or attaching the neck. I'll have to look at, maybe I'll link them in the description below. But anyhow, thanks for watching. Everyone have a great day, and thanks for all the support. Thank you for those who have bought the tap tone hammers. That really helps me support this channel and helps with the content. And I appreciate all the donations and everything. All right, everyone have a great day and have fun building your guitars. All right, I'll see you later. Bye.